Putin confirmed the dollar's demise, but how can he assert such authority? Russia and China, major players in global trade, have decided to abandon the dollar. Notably, Africa aligns with them. Given its substantial population, it's foreseeable that a significant portion of trade will shift towards currencies like the ruble and yuan. Putin estimates this shift to encompass at least 90%. However, what true repercussions will this decision exert on global finance? Let's find out. President Vladimir Putin recently announced that Russia and China have abandoned the US dollar in their bilateral trade, opting to use their local currencies, rubles and yuan. This development signals a profound shift in global economic dynamics, suggesting that de-dollarization may be increasingly inevitable. As the world's two largest emerging economies, Russia and China set a precedent that could influence other nations to follow suit. During his visit to Beijing, Putin highlighted a substantial increase in trade turnover between the two countries, which rose by nearly 25% in 2023, reaching an impressive $227 billion. This surge highlights the strengthening economic ties between Russia and China, bolstered by their joint decision to conduct transactions in national currencies. Putin emphasized the effectiveness of this strategy, noting that 90% of all payments between the two countries are now made in rubles and yuan. The implications of this move extend far beyond the immediate economic benefits for Russia and China. It challenges the long-standing dominance of the US dollar in international trade and finance, potentially reshaping global power structures. As other nations observe these developments, the trend towards de-dollarization could gain momentum, fundamentally altering the landscape of global economics and geopolitics. But what are the geopolitical motivations behind China and Russia's decision? One of the primary drivers behind the de-dollarization effort is the geopolitical landscape. A series of conflicts, sanctions, and trade disputes have strained relations between the United States, Russia, and China. For Russia, US-imposed sanctions over various geopolitical issues have made it increasingly difficult to engage in dollar-denominated transactions. These sanctions have targeted key sectors of the Russian economy, including finance, energy, and defense, pushing Russia to seek alternative financial arrangements. Conversely, China has faced escalating trade tensions and strategic rivalry with the United States. The trade war initiated by the previous US administration and ongoing strategic competition has highlighted the vulnerabilities associated with over-reliance on the dollar. Both countries aim to shield their economies from external pressures and enhance their strategic autonomy by reducing their dependence on the US financial system. But are there any economic motivations involved? Of course, the economic rationale for de-dollarization is compelling for Russia and China. Trading in local currencies offers several advantages, including reduced transaction costs and minimized exchange rate risks. For instance, the energy sector, which forms a substantial part of Russia's exports to China, benefits significantly from this shift. Conducting transactions in rubles and yuan mitigates the impact of dollar fluctuations and enhances pricing stability. This, in turn, fosters a more predictable and stable trading environment, benefiting both exporters and importers. Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Africa's geopolitics, economy, and changing landscape. Let's continue now. Also, using local currencies in trade can strengthen the domestic financial systems of both countries. By increasing the demand for rubles and yuan, Russia and China can enhance the liquidity and stability of their respective currencies. This increased demand can also help to internationalize the yuan, aligning with China's long-term goal of establishing the yuan as a major global currency. President Putin highlighted the economic impact of de-dollarization during his visit to Beijing, noting that the shift has had a great effect on bilateral trade. An important question is, what changes will this decision bring to global trade dynamics? One of the most immediate effects of switching to rubles and yuan is the potential shift in trade patterns. As Russia and China increasingly conduct transactions in rubles and yuan, the demand for these currencies in international markets will likely rise. This could lead to decreased demand for US dollars in global trade transactions, particularly in regions where Russia and China are major trading partners. Consequently, other countries may follow suit and explore alternative currency arrangements, leading to a more diversified and decentralized trade environment. Moreover, using local currencies in international trade can facilitate trade between nations that have historically faced challenges accessing US dollars. Countries subject to US sanctions or those with limited access to dollar-denominated financial systems may find trading in local currencies more appealing and practical. This could open up new trade and economic cooperation opportunities among nations marginalized in the existing global financial order. Not only this, but the shift towards de-dollarization will also catalyze the formation of new trade agreements and economic alliances. As countries seek to reduce their reliance on the US dollar and diversify their trading partners, they will explore closer economic ties with like-minded nations. This could lead to the formation of regional trading blocs and the renegotiation of existing trade agreements to accommodate transactions in local currencies. For example, Russia and China's decision to trade in rubles and yuan could pave the way for closer economic integration within the Eurasian region. This could involve the expansion of the Eurasian Economic Union (EAEU) and deeper economic cooperation with countries along the Belt and Road Initiative (BRI). Similarly, other regional blocs, such as the Association of Southeast Asian Nations (ASEAN) and the African Union (AU), will explore opportunities for increased intra-regional trade and investment facilitated by local currency arrangements. And how would it impact the global financial system? The move away from the US dollar in international trade toward rubles and yuan has broader implications for the global financial system. The dollar's status as the world's primary reserve currency has long given the United States significant economic and geopolitical advantages. However, the increasing adoption of alternative currencies in trade transactions could challenge the dollar's dominance and weaken its role as the global reserve currency. A decline in the dollar's status could lead to a realignment of global financial power. Countries holding large reserves of US dollars may diversify their holdings by investing in other currencies or assets, potentially leading to shifts in currency valuations and capital flows. Central banks may also reconsider their foreign exchange reserve policies and adjust their strategies to reflect changes in the international monetary system. The transition towards de-dollarization carries opportunities and risks for global economic stability and growth. On the one hand, reducing reliance on a single currency for international trade could enhance economic resilience by mitigating the impact of currency fluctuations and external shocks. This could promote greater financial stability and facilitate more sustainable economic growth in the long run. On the other hand, de-dollarization could introduce new uncertainties and challenges. Market participants may need to adapt to changes in currency exchange rates and transaction mechanisms, potentially leading to short-term disruptions in trade and financial markets. Moreover, the geopolitical tensions underlying the shift away from the US dollar could exacerbate existing conflicts and increase volatility in global geopolitics. What do experts have to say about Putin's remarks? Economists and geopolitical analysts offer diverse perspectives on the implications of de-dollarization and its potential impact on the global economy and geopolitical landscape. Some experts view the shift from the US dollar as a natural progression in response to changing geopolitical dynamics and economic realities. They argue that the dollar's dominance has led to asymmetries in the international monetary system, creating vulnerabilities for countries heavily reliant on dollar-denominated transactions. By diversifying their currency holdings and conducting trade in local currencies, countries like Russia and China can reduce their exposure to these vulnerabilities and assert greater control over their economic destinies. Others are more cautious, warning that de-dollarization could introduce new risks and uncertainties into the global financial system. They point to the dollar's enduring strength and resilience, backed by the size and stability of the U.S. economy and the depth and liquidity of U.S. financial markets. While the shift away from the dollar will erode its dominance over time, these experts argue that it will likely remain a key global reserve currency for the foreseeable future. Yet slowly, things are sure to change for the dollar. Geopolitical analysts emphasize the strategic implications of de-dollarization for global power dynamics. They suggest that Russia and China's move to trade in local currencies reflects a broader shift towards a multipolar world order, in which rising powers and new economic alliances challenge traditional power structures. This trend could lead to increased competition and instability in international relations as countries jockey for influence and control over key economic resources and markets. At the same time, experts highlight the potential for collaboration and cooperation among countries as they navigate the transition towards de-dollarization. So, what's the future outlook? What are the potential scenarios? In the best-case scenario, de-dollarization proceeds smoothly, with countries transitioning to a more diversified and resilient international monetary system. This could reduce global economic imbalances and create a more equitable distribution of economic power among nations. Countries will continue collaborating more closely to develop alternative payment systems and financial mechanisms that support trade in local currencies, fostering greater stability and prosperity worldwide. Conversely, de-dollarization could lead to increased economic volatility and geopolitical tensions in a worst-case scenario. A rapid shift away from the dollar could disrupt global financial markets and undermine confidence in the international monetary system. Countries may resort to protectionist measures and currency manipulation to safeguard their economic interests, exacerbating existing conflicts and contributing to a downward spiral of instability and uncertainty. Upcoming events, such as international economic summits and trade negotiations, will also offer valuable opportunities for countries to discuss and coordinate their de-dollarization efforts. Collaboration among nations will be essential to address the challenges and opportunities of transitioning to a more multipolar world order. By working together, countries can mitigate de-dollarization risks and build a more stable and prosperous future. So indeed, China and Russia's decision to ditch the dollar has initiated something that would end well for developing nations, especially. Do you think more nations need to step up? Is de-dollarization really important? Let us know in the comments section why nations are so excited about de-dollarization and what benefits you see in it. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: African politics, economy, and increasing power. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.
Tell us what you think in the comment section. Like and share the video, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our African videos. It's the best way to support us.